Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It is part two of our three-part series where we're using NCAA 14 revamped to find out what it would look like if the College Football Playoff Committee used the FCS format instead of the 4 or 12 team playoffs to determine the national champion. So far, we are up to the quarterfinals. We had some fantastic games in the first and second rounds. If you missed those games, go check out part one. It was a ton of fun to put together for you guys. Part two here is going to be even more fun, exciting matchups. Boise State on a little bit of a Cinderella run here. They're going to play Michigan in their quarterfinal at the Peach or the Orange Bowl. Alabama, Florida State. Alabama snubbed Florida State from the 14 playoff this year. They're going to face off in the Peach Bowl. Texas, SMU. SMU just upset Oregon. This is a fantastic matchup as well. They're going to meet in the Cotton Bowl. And then we have Penn State and Oklahoma facing off in the Alamo Bowl. And then the semifinals are going to be hosted at the Sugar Bowl and the Fiesta Bowl. And then from there, the national championship game is going to be at the Rose Bowl. That's going to be in part three. So in this video, we're just going to do the quarterfinals and semifinals. And then part three is a national championship game. Slade, Nick, and I are all going to be together. We're going to do a broadcast style kind of presentation for that. It's going to be a ton of fun. I hope you guys are looking forward to that as much as we are looking forward to doing it and presenting that to you guys. It's been a ton of fun. We thank you guys so much for the support that you've given us already. This has been a ton of fun to do, and we're glad you guys are enjoying it as well. While I have you, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and then tell us what kind of content you want to see going forward, what kind of NCAA 14 content you want to see, so on and so forth. We do our weekly Blitz Boys podcast that comes out every Thursday morning. Make sure you guys check that out if you want up-to-date news on college football. Here are our opinions. We're currently, as a time of recording, doing our postseason reviews for every single conference, so make sure you guys check that out. Without me dragging out this intro anymore, let's go ahead and dive right into the quarterfinals of the FCS style playoffs. Our first quarterfinal game takes us to Miami, Florida, and the Orange Bowl as the Boise State Broncos and Michigan Wolverines face off. Defense would be the name of the game today. Offenses struggled all day. 0 third down conversions in the entire first half. We head to the second quarter tied up at 0. Early second quarter from 50 yards out, Turner knocks it through, gives Michigan the lead. On the response drive, Boise State from 27, Dalmas ties it back up, and that's how we head to the half. In the third quarter now, offense still struggling. McCarthy drops back, fires. O'Leary's wide open, busted coverage, touchdown. Now we head to the third. Michigan leads by 7. In the fourth now, Michigan looking to make it a 2-possession game. Turner from 23 nails it. Boise State, Green needs to do something on offense. Looking, pressure's coming. He unloads. It's picked off. Michigan's defense shines through once again with a huge interception. Boise State, desperation time. Running out. Green looks. He has Bowens wide open. Touchdown. They need the onside kick for any hope here. And Michigan recovers. They're going to hang on to win. They punch their ticket to the semifinals. The next quarterfinal matchup might be one of the most anticipated games of the tournament. Florida State, Alabama in the Peach Bowl. Late in the first quarter, after a very long drive from the Seminoles, Roadmaker on the option. He's going to muscle his way in. Touchdown Seminoles. We head to the second. They lead by 7. Alabama on the response drive. 3 minutes left in the second. Milroe drops back, looks, heaves it deep. It is wide open to Brooks. Heading to halftime, it's exactly how we started, all tied up. This time it's at 7. Nothing in the third quarter. First play of the fourth, Milroe read option. He keeps it around the edge. Touchdown, tied out in front. After getting a 3-and-out, Milroe dropping back, looking to put the nail in the coffin here. On a 3rd and long, heaves it deep. He's picked off. Florida State has life with 2 minutes left. A great return here would set them up inside the 45. No timeouts. They need to score here. Rodemaker would drop back. He looks, and he fires it. It's a touchdown. We're all tied. Okay, so as we just saw, Florida State just tied the game up against Alabama. I'm coming to you now because I just want to warn you. You're about to see the dumbest thing that I've ever seen in a college football game, let alone an NCAA game. So prepare yourselves. This is very weird, also a little bit funny, but enjoy the ending to Alabama and Florida State. Alrighty, here we go. 1:28 left, a full array of timeouts. Milroe fires it. Huge completion down the sideline to Benson. Alabama going to go hurry up mode here, try and save some time. Milroe gets him set, gets a snap. He drops back, Fires towards the sideline for Law, and he has him. Right field possession, still plenty of time. Milrow drops back again, looking. Fires, just shy of the end zone, on the 5, inside the 5. With less than a minute, they hand off. Gonna get stuffed. Under 10 seconds now, the clock is still running. They have not called a timeout. They only need a field goal to win. And they don't call the timeout. The clock expires. We head to overtime. First possession, Roadmaker's hurt. Duffy's in. He drops back. He looks. He fires. And Downs drops the interception. They have to settle for a field goal. On Alabama's first play of overtime, Milrow gets a snap. He drops back. He looks. He has a man, but he underthrows it. Florida State picks it off, and they're going to win.
Told you it was dumb. No way this causes any issues. No way.
The Seminoles hang on, and they will face Michigan in the Sugar Bowl. The final remaining Group of 5 team, SMU, plays essentially a home game against Texas at the Cotton Bowl. In the first quarter, after a long drive from the Longhorns, Auburn from 30 yards out, he's going to knock this one through. They take a lead. They head to the second quarter up 3-0. After a long drive of their own, SMU with the ball, threatening the score. Stone on the read option. He fumbles at the 1. It's going to be picked up by Williams, and nobody is going to be fast enough to catch him. He will go all the way for a scoop and score touchdown, and just like that, SMU goes from taking the lead to down by 10. Stone would be heard that play. The backup's in. He drops back. He looks. He throws across his body, and it's picked off. Things are going downhill in a hurry for the Mustangs. Texas with great field position. They wouldn't do much. Settle for another long field goal from Auburn. 54 yards out. He knocks it through. They are up 13-0 at halftime. Late in the third quarter now, SMU looking for any kind of points. Rogers from 55 yards out knocks it through. They're down by 10. Next possession, Texas looking to make the lead even bigger. Ewers deep. He's going to be picked off. SMU has some life and a decent return here. Let's see what they do with it. In the fourth quarter now, Stone's back in. He drops back on 4th down. He looks, and it's going to be batted down. Texas is just going to put their stamp on it as Brooks runs in from 1 yard out. They win by 17 points. They await the winner of Penn State and Oklahoma in the Fiesta Bowl. Now we head to the Alamo Bowl to find out who is going to play Texas. Is it the rival Oklahoma or is it Penn State? Early in the first, Penn State with a great drive. Alar drops back, looks, and he's picked off at the goal line. Terrible decision from Alar there, and they don't score. After a long drive from the Sooners, Gabriel, snap, read option, he gets around the edge and in. Oklahoma leads 7-0 heading to the second quarter. Time running out in the second quarter, Schmidt from 40 yards out, he knocks it through. They now head to halftime up 10-0 on the Nittany Lions. Early in the third, Penn State trying to get on the board from 57 yards out. Falcons just short. Late in the third quarter now, trying to get anything on the board. Alar gets a snap, and it's a QB run right at the middle, and he powers in. They head to the fourth quarter, only down 3. Early in the fourth quarter now, Gabriel gets a snap, drops back, looks, throws for Stoops in the corner, touchdown Sooners. Penn State trying to respond now. Alar, play action, pump fake, looks for McLean. He has a touchdown. Nittany Lions back down 3. Oklahoma trying to run the clock out now. Handoff up the middle. They're going to punch it through, and they are able to run out the clock. They set up with a rematch with their arch nemesis Texas in the Fiesta Bowl. What an amazing round of games. I can't believe what happened between Alabama and Florida State. That was a very fun game, though, as was Texas SMU. Very fun. And now we have 2 exciting matchups for the semifinals to decide who's heading to the Rose Bowl to face off for the national championship. Let's go ahead and dive into these games. Here we go. For a trip to the national championship on the line, we have Florida State versus Michigan in the Sugar Bowl. We pick it up middle of the first quarter. Rodemaker is going to get the snap. It's a read option. He keeps it around the edge. Touchdown, Seminoles. Late in the first quarter, Michigan trying to respond now. McCarthy, under pressure, fires it across his body, and he's picked off. Florida State looks fantastic to start this game. We head to the second quarter. They lead 7-0. Florida State looking to go up 2 scores now. Hand off to Wilson, up the middle, touchdown, Seminoles. Michigan now trying to get on the board before halftime from 55 yards out. He pushes it right. We head to halftime. Florida State is up 14-0. Rodemaker would get hurt at the end of the first half. Duffy hands off, up the middle to Benson, touchdown. They lead 21-0 heading to the fourth quarter. Michigan on the inch line, still looking for their first score. Hand off the Corum, up the middle, touchdown, 21-7. Florida State responds immediately. Up the middle, Benson with his second touchdown. They go up 28-7, and that's how the game ends. Florida State will be playing for a national championship. It's a rematch of their thriller from earlier in the season. 2 rivals enter, only one can punch their ticket to the national championship game against Florida State. Early in the first, Auburn from 59 yards out. It's up, it's on the way, and it's right. He pushed it right. Oklahoma, chance to respond. Gabriel, read option. He keeps himself and untouched into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. They lead heading to the second quarter, 7-0. Early in the second quarter now, Auburn to avenge that earlier miss from 34 yards out. It's up and through. They're down by 4. Texas with an extra possession after a 3-and-out. The play action. Ewers drops back. He looks. He fires. It's picked off over the middle. A costly interception and a great return sets him up inside the red zone. The Sooners would go 3-and-out, and from 27 yards out, Schmidt makes it a 7-point game. Just before halftime now, Longhorns trying to tie the game back up. Ewers drops back, he throws to the end zone, and this one is picked off again. 2 interceptions in the first half by Ewers, and they head to halftime. Oklahoma leads by 7. You go late in the third quarter now. Gabriel, read option. He's going to keep it up the middle. He has great blocking, and again, untouched, touchdown, Sooners. Next possession after forcing a 3-and-out, Gabriel throws a screen and it's jumped. Barron picks it off and he's going to go untouched into the end zone. They're right back in this one. We head to the fourth quarter. It's still a 7-point lead for the Sooners. Middle of the fourth quarter now, Sooners driving, threatening to make it a 2-touchdown lead. They get picked off on a wide receiver screen again, but they don't allow a return this time. Ewers trying to tie the game. Just over a minute left, fires for the end zone. He's picked off again. And that's how this game is going to end. The Sooners hang on. They will play Florida State in the national championship game. They met 20 years ago under legendary coaches. They meet again today. 2 historic programs. 1 historic place, and 1 championship trophy. They went through hell to get here. The Seminoles and the Sooners. Who puts their name in immortality? The national championship game, next on the Jack Wagon Sports Network. And we're going to have 2 historic programs playing for our national championship. This is going to be an exciting game. Slade, Nick, and I are getting ready to record that video, and we can't wait to show it to you guys. It is going to be a ton of fun, so look for part 3 coming out very soon. We hope you guys have enjoyed this up to this point. While I have you, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Show the channel some support. Tell us in the comments down below what kind of content you want to see moving forward. We love to answer to the people. That'll do it for this video. As always, thank you so much for checking us out, and we will see you guys in the next part.